Next disease, that is your disease which is related to our renal system, or that is acute renal failure. Here we can see here the first section of kidney. Then, so what is mean by acute renal failure, or how you define the acute renal failure? It means what? The sudden reduction in the functions of kidney, and due to this reduction in functions of kidney, what will happen? There is result in the nitrogenous waste product, it get accumulated in the blood. Yes, what is meant by acute renal failure? It means kidney is not functioning properly due to the kidney is not functioning properly. Due to the improper functioning of kidney, there is no proper elimination or the no proper removal or the no proper excretion of nitrogenous waste product from the body. Therefore, this nitrogenous waste product which get accumulated in the blood, it's because of improper functioning of kidney. It is nothing but your acute renal failure. Then we will see the causes. It means etiology. There are first, that is pre-renal cause. Here you can see the which portion is, that is renal causes. First, the problem affecting the flow of blood before it reaches the kidney. First, that is dehydration. It is because of vomiting, diarrhea, water pills, or blood loss. Then second, disruption of blood flow to the kidney. In that, major surgery with blood loss or severe injury, or the loss or the severe injury to bloodstream, or burn or loss, severe injury or burns or infection in the bloodstream. Loss, severe injuries, burns or different infections in the bloodstream. Then blockages or the narrowing of blood vessels which carrying the blood to the kidney. Yes, blocking of the narrowing of which blood vessels? That is blood vessels carrying the blood to the kidney. Then heart failure or the heart attack causing low blood flow. Heart failure or the heart attack, it may cause, what will happen? It causes low blood flow. Then next, liver failure, it causes changes in the hormones that affects the blood flow and the pressure to the kidney. Then postrenal causes, here you can see. Then postrenal causes problems affecting the movement of urine out of the kidney. It means the problems affecting the movement of urine out of the kidneys. First, kidney stone. Usually it is only on one side. Then second cause, cancer of the urinary tract organ. The structures near to the urinary tract that may obstruct the outflow of urine. I am repeating here. First, that is kidney stone. Usually only one kidney stone, usually on only one side. Then second, that is cancer of the urinary tract organ or the structure which are near to the urinary tract. It may obstruct the outflow of urine. Then next, that is medications. Then bladder stone. Then beginning of prostate hyperplasia. It is the most common cause in men. Then blood clot and bladder cancer. Here we can see the renal damage. Renal problems with kidney itself, that it prevent the proper filtration of blood or the production of urine. Renal problems with the kidney itself that prevent the proper filtration of blood or the production of urine. The next cause, blood vessel diseases. It means diseases which are related to our blood vessels. Then blood clot in vessel in the kidneys. Then injury to the kidney tissues and the cells. Next, glomerulonephritis. It means, for example, streptococcal bacterial infection. It is a bacterial infection. It may cause or it may damage to the glomeruli. Then acute interstitial nephritis. Different medications, for example, antibiotics, anti-inflammatory medicines, then aspirin and water pills. Then infection and immune related diseases such as lupus, leukemia, lymphoma and sarcoidosis. Then causes include shock, or it means the decreased blood supply to the kidney. Then drugs, especially for antibiotics, chemotherapy agent, toxins and poisons, or different diets. Then accident, then different injuries, then complications from surgeries, polycystic kidney, and next that is produce less erythropoietin. Then we will see, so this is all about what definition, and the second that is causes of your acute renal failure. Next that is risk factors. First risk factor, advanced age. Then next, blockages in the blood vessel in your arms or legs. Then high blood pressure. Then liver diseases, kidney diseases, heart failure. Then diabetes. Yes, what are the risk factor? Advanced age, blockages in the blood vessels in arm or legs, diabetes, high blood pressure, liver disease, kidney disease, or the heart failure. Then we'll see the symptoms. Vomiting or the vomiting and diarrhea. Because of vomiting and diarrhea, it causes what? It causes dehydration. Then nausea. Next, weight loss, nocturnal urination, then pale urine, less frequent urination, or the smaller with dark colored urine. Next symptom, hematuria, then pressure or difficulty urinating, then itching, bone damage, non-union in broken bones, then muscle cramp. This muscle cramp is generally due to the low level of calcium, which can cause hypokalemia. Hypo, it means less, kalemia it is calcium, it means low level of your calcium. Then abnormal heart rhythm, then muscle paralysis. Next symptom, low blood pressure, difficulty in concentration, then dizziness, feeling tired or the feeling weak, then memory problems, swelling of the legs, ankles, feet, face, and also hand. Then shortness of breathing due to the extra fluid on the legs. Then pain in the back or the pain in the sides. These are the different symptoms of acute renal failure. Then next, that is also other symptoms, for example anorexia, pruritus, seizure. I already told you the meaning of seizure. Then shortness of breathing. Then decreased osmolality, it means it is a measurement of urine concentration, and that is depend upon the number of particles dissolved in it. Then increased urinary sodium. Then pericarditis, pericardial effusion, pleural effusion, decreased calcium, then as well as decreased bicarbonate, then defects in functioning of platelets. So these are the symptoms. Next we will see the phases of acute renal failure. Yes, it contains 4 phases: initiating phase, oliguric phase, and third diuretic phase, and last that is recovery phase. First that is initiating phase, oliguric phase, diuretic phase, and third last that is recovery phase. We'll see these phases one by one. one initiation phase, that is onset onset phase. It marks in this phase it marks the time from the onset of injury till the death of person. Onset up to the death of person. This ARF, it means ARF, it means acute renal failure, begins with underlying the clinical conditions leading to the tubular necrosis, for example hemorrhage, which reduce the blood volume. And this period is lasts from hours to days only, but can cause irreversible damage. Then second, oliguric phase. This phase start when urinary volume less than 30 ml to 400 ml per 24 hours. I am repeating, this phase is start when this phase is started. This phase is start when your urinary volume is less than 30 ml to 400 ml per 24 hours. A person's persistent decrease in GFR, that is glomerular filtration rate, and tubular necrosis characteristics in this phase. Then this phase of acute renal failure lasts for 7 to 14 days, but does a lot of damage to the walls and the membranes of the kidney. Damage to the walls as well as membranes of the kidney. Then the period of this oliguria phase, there is the rise of urea, creatinine, uric acid, organic acid, and intracellular cations, for example potassium and the magnesium. Then third, diuresis phase. Diuresis phase is marked by increase in the urine secretion of more than this phase is marked by increased secretion of urine of more than 400 ml per 24 hours. The renal function of the kidney improve quickly the 15 to 25 day in this phase. The patient is closely monitored for dehydration during this phase. Yes, there is monitoring of dehydration in this phase. If dehydration is occur, it means if the dehydration is observed, then the uremic symptoms are like to increase. Then last, that is recovery phase. It begins with the recovery of tubular functions to such extent that burn and serum creatinine stabilizer. Then improvement in renal function may continue over 3 to 12 months and more nephron regain functions. Then diagnostic evaluation, blood test related for BUN, it means blood urea nitrogen. Then serum creatinine, check elevated blood urea nitrogen, that is BUN. Then serum creatinine. Then potassium level, that is hyperkalemia. Then decreased bicarbonate level, hematocrit and hemoglobin level, and also low blood pH. If the level of BUN, it means blood urea nitrogen, and creatinine are higher in kidney failure, this is called as azotemia. Yes, if the level of BUN and creatinine are higher in the kidney failure, then it is called as azotemia. Then electrolyte level in the body may be abnormally high or low because of, yes, it is simply because of improper filtration. The next, that is urine test. Analyzing a sample of urine, that is urine analysis. The amount of urine which is excreted in one day, it may help doctor to determine the cause of kidney failure. Yes, what is it? What I am saying, the amount of urine which is secreted in one day, which is helpful for surgeon or physician in order to determine the cause of your kidney failure. This urine study shows proteinuria, hematuria, and decreased specific gravity. Then this urine chemistry shows decreased amount of sodium, that is it is below 20 equivalent per liter in urine, and high potassium level. Then other imaging tests, for example CT, MRI, ultrasonography, plain film of the abdomen, radiography, renal scanning, then kidney biopsy. In certain situation, doctor may recommend a kidney biopsy in order to remove the small sample of kidney tissue or laboratory for a laboratory testing. Yes, what is it? Doctor may suggest or recommend a kidney biopsy. It means to remove a small sample of kidney tissue for a laboratory testing. To remove the sample of kidney tissue, a doctor may insert a thin needle through the skin and into the kidney. Then what is management? First, treatment for acute kidney failure or the acute renal failure denotes identifying the illness or the injury. If once it is once the cause is found, the goal of treatment is correct. How to treat cause of kidney failure? In order to restore the functions and prevent the fluid and waste from building up the body while the kidney heals. Once the cause is found, the goal of the treatment, what is goal of this treatment? That is to correct or to treat cause of kidney failure, then restore the kidney functions and prevent the fluid and also waste from building up in the body while the kidney heals. Then pharmacological therapy, then drugs are used to reduce blood pressure, for example antihypertensive drugs. Then diuretics, it means the drugs which are increased urine output. These antihypertensive drugs and diuretic drugs are used. Then low dose of dopamine. Low dose of dopamine is used to dilate the renal arteries. Then diuretic therapy with furosemide or the mannitol may be used for the management of fluid volume status. Then calcium or the glucose, that is insulin, will be given through a vein to help avoid dangerous increase in blood potassium level. Yes, calcium or the glucose means insulin will be given through a vein. It is beneficial or it is helpful to avoid a dangerous increase in blood potassium level. Then administered intravenous sodium bicarbonate for more severe hypokalemic symptom for the correction of acidosis. Then use of antibiotics. Then administered anticonvulsant for seizure. Then antiemetics. Then fluid and electrolyte replacement. Intravenous solution must be carefully selected according to the patient fluid and the electrolyte status. I am repeating, this intravenous solution must be carefully selected according to the patient fluid and the electrolyte status. To treat hyperkalemia, it means higher potassium with insulin, calcium gluconate, sodium polystyrene and sulfonate or the dialysis. Replace the lost fluid such as water, blood, plasma and restore the blood flow to the kidney. In case of prerenal acute renal failure caused by dehydration or blood loss, for example, kidney function may quickly return to a normal after fluid and blood level are corrected. Then nutritional therapy. Okay, potassium intake, low potassium food. So this is all about the acute renal failure.